Hey, it's Patrick, and today I'm going to show you how to install this Klock Werks flare windshield on this 2020 Road Glide. Now, for most late model baggers, let's say Evo and up, this is going to be a very, very similar install if you have a bagger and you're putting one of these windshields on here. Now, why would you want to do that? You say, hey, I have a perfectly good stock windshield. Well, there's actually two real good reasons why you want to do this. One of them is aesthetics. This thing just looks cool with the hips and the flare and all that. This thing looks cool, and you can't actually fit it to the look of your bike, but it also works really, really well. If you've known about Klock Werks for very long at all, you know they developed this in a wind tunnel for their land speed bike. That's where they came up with this hips and this flare. These hips actually help push the front end of the bike down for some traction, and the flip directs that air over the top. I'm holding here is the 9-inch Sport dark smoke version. You heard me spew out a couple of options there. Let's talk about that. We have the Sport version, which means it has a little more defined hips, where the Pro Touring version is a little bit wider across here, less defined hips. You're going to get a little bit more of air deflection, where the Sport one is a little bit more streamlined and cuts through the air. Also, as far as the tint on this is the dark smoke. There's a black, there's regular smoke, there's a clear, and there's colors available also. So they have these in red, blue, green, yellow. If you want to kind of match it to the color of your bike, that's available. This is a 9-inch version. These go down to 6 and up to 15. So when you're fitting these to yourself and your motorcycle, you want to be able to look over the top of it. Just look right over the top. You don't want to be looking through. It's going to distort your vision. And trust me, if you can look over the top, it's going to do a great job of deflecting that air up and over the top of you. As far as the installation goes, this is very, very simple. We're only going to need one tool, and that is a Phillips screwdriver. So let's get to work. So we do have a little bit of a fairing light here. This won't affect the install at all. I just wanted to point that out. We have 4 Phillips screws. We're going to back them about halfway out. You do not need to take them all the way out. So we're just going to back them halfway out and slip our old windshield off. So you set the windshield in here. You want to make sure it sets down into this gasket right here. And also there's little plastic washers on here. You want those to be on the top side of the windshield. You don't want to bury them underneath. So if you have to flex this a little bit to get it on, these things are super sturdy. You're not going to hurt it at all. So when you tighten these up, these are going into something called a well nut, which is basically a brass insert in a rubber sleeve that swells up as you tighten them up, which means as soon as these things start to tighten up, you stop. You're not going to bottom them out like a normal screw. So you'll tear them up if you tighten them down too much. I like to hold some pressure on the middle here while I tighten the inside two up. Like I said, you don't want to over tighten these with those well nuts. If you do screw up one of those well nuts and strip it out, we do sell replacements, so it's not the end of the world. They just pull out and pull right back in. See, as you start to get some friction on it, I start to feel it kind of tighten. We're just going to stop. There we have it, we're done. It's just that easy. It's just a great upgrade for a very, very simple install. You can do this on the kickstand in your driveway. It should take you about 5 minutes. If you're looking for more information on this windshield, make sure you hit that info tab on your desktop or mobile device. That'll take you to the product detail page where you can read other riders' reviews and more specs about all of these windshields. If you're still looking for more information, feel free to reach out to our customer service team. They would love to talk to you about what works best for you, your motorcycle, and your budget. I am Patrick. Thank you for watching. Now go work on those motorcycles.